Meet George Bird and Harold Hoshim. George is the kid on the left with the tie and flat top. Harold is the one on the right with the t-shirt and the bad haircut. George and Harold were best friends. They had a lot in common. They lived right next door to each other, and they were both in the same fourth grade at the school. They were usually responsible kids. Whenever anything bad happened, they were usually responsible. But don't get the wrong idea about this too. George and Harold were actually very nice boys. No matter what everybody else thought, they were good, sweet, and lovable. Well, okay, they weren't too sweet and lovable, but they were good nonetheless. It's just that George and Harold each had a silly streak. A kilometer long, usually the silly streak was hard to control. Sometimes it got them into trouble. I had to tell you this story. After a hard day of cracking jokes, pulling pranks, and causing troubles at the school, George and Harold liked to rush to the old treehouse in George's backyard. Inside the treehouse were pencils, pens, and a bunch of paper. Harold loved to draw, and George loved to make up stories. And together, they spent hours and hours writing and drawing together. Over the years, they had created hundreds of comics with superheroes. George and Harold spent hours writing and drawing the comic Adventures of the Captain Underpants. They both sneaked into the photocopier of the school, and they made several hundred copies of their comic. And after the school, they sold the comic in the playground for 50 cents each. Imagine that. The end.